These are the Sadie's Spirit. Alright, coming in from Sadie's. Sadie's? I'll go with Sadie's, like Hades, but with an S. Sadie's. These are the Spirits. This is a red pair of Spirits, and they cost a whopping £27 on eBay, but currently they're sitting at 17. Now, obviously headphones are headphones, and they go on the head and help relay sound nicely into your ears, but how well they do that is always a bit debatable with various different pieces of headphones. So on these you're probably going to have to take my word for it, but we will see if we can wangle some way of getting the audio into your ears that I hear out of these ones. So the packaging is simple, to the point. They must have forgotten to put the warranty or whatever that happens to be in the box, so they've attached it to the bottom. Fair enough, things can happen. We have stereo compatible. Oh yes, it says down here actually it's compatible with the Switch Lite, the PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, Xbox One, PC, laptop, mobile, and compatible VR. Ooh, interesting. We have some stuff here. Then around the back we have some of the features: convenient controller, adjustable headband, and skin-friendly earmuffs. There's like a feather or something there, maybe. Yeah. And nothing but a... Oh, well, yeah, there's a decal on the side. That's stereo compatible again. Right, well, we'll dig in, see what they're like. Now, I'm not actually expecting too much. For £27, these are fine for the whole somewhat disposable or perhaps fairly portable gaming headphones, or the type that you might want to give to a kid because they look kind of cool and funky. And these certainly do. But then an awful lot of these headphones do, so you have to know that you're getting something that's going to at least tickle the earbuds just as well as the next set of headphones, or if not, slightly better. Ooh, they're orange plastic. Orange plastic and silica. Deal with those in a second. Round this side, what do we have? We have some stickers. Oh yes, I have some of these stickers. I got them in a little pair of earbuds before. Yeah, they're quite good. I was quite impressed with those earbuds because they were about 15 quid and sounded really good for 15 quid. Looked pretty darn good too. I think my wife used them on a holiday recently. Plastic bag around that. Bit of protection, but I suppose not the nicest. We have a cap on the 3.5mm headphone jack. It's 3-pole. A braided cable with good support or connection, so it can move a good bit and not on thread quite so easily. Same down at this end as well. Decent connector there. Well, that's quite impressive. Then we also get a splitter. So if you're hooking it up to your PC, then you can whack that in to your microphone and headphone socket on your PC and be happy, be pleased. All very good. Okay, they are really light. And they have protective plastic on them. Yeah, they feel exceptionally light. They need a bit of weight to them. They need something put in them, even just like a piece of lead or something like that. They are so light, they feel like toy headphones. That's a bit of a shame. But at the same time, there are folks who complain about wearing a pair of headphones for an hour or 2 hours, and the weight of them really gets them down. So a light pair of headphones is the virtue of having never been tested, especially on my humble neck. Right, so earpads are earpaddy. They are soft, they are large. On the headband there as well, there's an appropriate amount of foam. Looks quite good. The plastic around here is quite cheap. It is cheap, light, flimsy plastic. but not something that you're going to go, oh, I'm not going to touch those. They'll break in an instant. They do feel like they're tough and durable. The plastic just feels a notable step down from so many other headphones that we've looked at before. But for getting these down to the price of, well, £17 on sale, yeah, I think they're all right. Yeah, there's an adjustable microphone that you can fiddle around with that way. Obviously it goes down to that angle, then stays at that angle, but you can pull it down further in and round depending on the shape of your head. That's quite nice. We have a clicky button there for muting the microphone, which I would say is round the back. Yes, because the microphone would point at your face, and that would be around the back. And then we have a volume rocker, or volume dial. Around here, nothing to speak of really. Yeah, I think the only metal in here are these screws. That's about it. All the rest is absolutely plastic. Not entirely sure that does seem to move quite a bit, but it's alright. It's alright. It's not going to fall apart in my hands. It may not take a huge amount of abuse, especially from a youngster. Okay, so on the ears, they sound rather good, or they feel rather good. Still that line, just to that, which is fine. You know, they are comfortable, and I guess the lightness, as I said, really does work in their favour. Extending it out, there's no numbers or anything here, so you don't. You'll have to work it out if you've already got a set distance. I know some people are a bit finicky about it and set it to 2 and set it to 3 and then put it on your head. But this you'll just have to guess. But then I don't think any esports folk are going to be picking these up to compete with. Yeah, we'll go and plug this in, and I'll record a little bit on the microphone, and you can see what you think.
Okay, so I'm actually recording this at a later date because when I did this initially, it didn't work very well. The microphone mustn't be plugged into the camera properly. Not sure what was happening, but I've tested it now, and the microphone doesn't sound too bad. I was quite impressed with the actual quality that you're getting right here, right now, because this is the raw quality. Now, the one thing that we do whenever we're using games is that we tend to adjust the microphone and move the headphones and stuff like that. So I'm just double checking to see that you can still hear me while I do that, and if there's a large amount of noise. And if I put the microphone the whole way up, it doesn't cut itself off. If I bring it back down again, you can hear me. Aha.
Okay, so it does say it's compatible with all of these things on the packaging, and that's because it's got a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is probably the best way to go whenever it comes to gaming headphones and that keeper. The putting a USB on there only rules out a few other options of actually having to plug it in directly to the console as opposed to the controller. So yeah. Let's get the old microphone out and stream some tunes. Alright, sorry about the camera move there, but I had to. As you can tell, for those who are frequent watchers of my channel, I've rearranged things, and in fact, in a completely different location. But you wouldn't know, would you? Aside from these things moving entirely 180, but that's grand. So we're going to hook up my simple mic here to the camera and stream some tunes so you can hear what it sounds like on my head. So fumbly, you should be able to hear me now.
This is Tech Addicts. This week, a new phone from Vivo, Squid Game is causing issues. There's new smart glasses from TCL, HTC and Anchor. Twitter are due to stuff ads into conversations. And we've had bad news from Evergate.
Okay, so I was actually quite impressed by the sound that is coming out of these these headphones. It's not bad. It's good. It'll do. It's not the greatest, but it's certainly a lot better than what I expected from a pair of headphones that actually costs you £17 right now. And even at £30, I think they're okay. So what are the pros and cons of these headphones? Well, firstly, you can't remove the microphone. That's a bit of a pain. Some people do like to do that. It would be nice to be able to plug it in and plug it out. High-end premium products only have that functionality, so I can't really mark them down for that. The plastic doesn't feel premium at all, and quite rightly it shouldn't, because this isn't a premium device. The plastic works for what it does. They're comfy. They're certainly warm around the ears. I'm using them right now to record this voiceover. I don't know why I've set the headphones down and where I've gone. I don't remember what I was doing at the time, but I've done that, so I'm just going to go with that. They're warm over the ears, and they're very, very soft. You can wear these for a long period of time. I'm impressed with everything else that's in the box, having the splitter cable and the actual braided cable itself works. Of course, you can get them in you can get them in a selection of different colors, including yellow and red and purple and blue and all those other colors that I'm showing on the screen right now. And then this microphone. I'm honestly quite impressed with this microphone. It's much better than some of the slightly more expensive headphones that I've looked at, or gaming headsets that I've looked at over the years, and that's why I've chosen to actually record the rest of the video using this microphone. It's really quite good. So all in, I'm once again really impressed with Sadie's products, the Sadie Spirits, and the other set of Sadies that I have that I can't remember what they're called, but I'll link to them at the end of the show. To pick them up for 18 quid right now from Amazon is great value for money, I have to say. Really impressed with them, and I find it difficult to mark them down at that price for any of the sort of shortcomings that you could possibly throw at them. I'm sure down in the comments section there'll be a bunch of people who say, I bought these and a week later they're broken because they went, I don't know, a territorial army weekend or something with them and it didn't survive or whatever. But for using around the house, plugging into your PlayStation, or even giving to a visitor who is playing with you, it's a good pair of spare headphones to have that will probably last a decent amount of time. And when they do break, you won't be too fussed because you didn't spend an absolute fortune on them. All right, well, if you enjoyed this, do give us a wee thumbs up and subscribe and all that cack that every other YouTube channel reminds you to do. Give us a wee comment down in the section, and remember to tune into that Tech Addicts podcast that I paid you before. I know you were enjoying it. You're intrigued by the news that we're talking about there. There's a new one every Sunday. And other than that, take care.